Oh, this guy looks pissed.
How you got a brand new car and you don't even have 10 bands in your bank account?
And then a lot of these
loser. All right, guys, we're in Texas. Buckle up, baby. Get your cowboy hats on. Take a hit. I'm just kidding. All right, so look, we're talking about cars again. I love it, okay? I'm a car guy. You're a car guy. We're all car guys, right? Okay, this is going to be fun. But I think the car market's never really going to ever be the same, and we're going to dig deep today. Oh, we're going to dig real deep. All right, this first one's from Car Questions Answered, and apparently the economy is collapsing and the car market is shit. So that's fun. Let's let them go.
Dealers don't understand why these vehicles aren't selling.
And if you're buying one of these, you might as well go ahead and take a 30-year fixed out on it, because you know what? You might have to live in it.
He's not joking. Hold on, let him finish. I thought this was funny, though. Usually I read your guys' comments in this, but this one was awesome. $126,000 for a new Lincoln Navigator. I paid $129,000 for a brand new house in 2017. Does anybody in here understand what is going on? Because I don't. Anyways, hold on, we're going somewhere with this. So, here we go. This is a comment from one of you guys from previous video we did. It goes, the car manufacturers make more money from their finance department than the actual profit from the sale of the vehicle itself. That's the world we live in today. Holy shit. This guy goes, I am going to pay $900. If I'm going to pay $900 a month for anything, it needs to at least have one bathroom. I agree with that statement. We're going somewhere with this. Just hold on.
Bro, the car dealerships today.
And here's the crazy part. This is what I mean by it's never going to go back to normal. You would think, like, if you can't sell anything, lower the prices. No. I'm going to let this gentleman talk, and then this is going to make some sense.
They are fucking trash, bro. They trash. I'm at this car dealership. Hold on, I'm going to show y'all. This is where I am. Full ass car lot. They can't even make space to park nothing else because every stall is full with something. Not only are the cars full, ain't nobody pulling up to come and check out nothing, right? So I come up in there, I see something I like, we test drive it. I'm like, all right, cool. We can do the deal if the numbers make sense for me for something that I would want to pay monthly. Bro runs the numbers. He like, yo, it's X amount a month. I'm like, not something I want to pay. I'm trying to see if he can adjust the price of the vehicle because I'm already here. You know what I'm saying? I'm already here. Y'all not selling nothing. The car been here over a month. I could take it off your hands right now. Let's make it make sense. Bro, like, all our prices are firm. Dog, y'all not selling nothing. The lot is empty. You don't got no customers. The car's been here over a month. You finna let money walk out the door right now because you don't want to adjust your...
And why the inventory...
Okay. Quick interruption for all my regular viewers. Usually I do a live stream call-in show every Sunday night. This Sunday will be canceled. I'm in Texas. I'm gonna have a little sex. Anyways, back to the viewing. So yes, remember what that comment said? They make more money off the financing? Yeah. So basically for every one car that they sell, not for cash, obviously because nobody has fucking cash anymore. No offense, I'm just saying. I'm not gonna go spend 50 grand on an SUV. Like, that makes no sense. I'm sorry. And I have $50,000. I would never. Just saying. Maybe if I had $1 million in the bank, yeah, no problem. 50 grand, whatever. I'll be pooping money out of my ass. All good. But here's the thing. For every one car they sell and they finance, that's like selling 3 cars. Think about it. Like a lease. How many people have leases and they have to turn it back in? So they lease out a car. When they return the car, they go ahead and resell that car again. So it's like they sold the car twice. 3 times. I know. This is going somewhere.
constantly builds, it's because of this. What we're looking at here is a Compass Altitude 4x4, and this is listed at $48,710. These prices are crushing the average buyer.
And I want to look at some of these Super Duty trucks.
A Compass Altitude. What in the shit is that? I would never. How many suckers out there just driving around some Compass Altitude? No offense. But just come on, say it out loud. Go ahead, say it. I'll wait. Here, let me do it. Hey, honey, I just got a new Compass Altitude. for $50,000. All right, let's get reasonable here. This is where shit gets really twisted. All right, this is Sam Hyde. If you don't know who he is, he's super unhinged. I like the guy. No bullshit kind of cat.
Like you should not spend more than like 10. Like even saying this is totally irresponsible. You shouldn't spend more than 10% of your net worth on a car. But imagine spending 10% of your net worth on a car. Why would you do that? Why would you give up 10% of everything that you have in exchange for something that's like offers a moderate degree of like utility?
Fact that
10% of your money. I want you to think about that. And that guy makes bread. That guy's got more money than everybody in this room. Okay? And he wouldn't even do that shit. Okay? So think about that. What's 10% of $50,000? That's what you shouldn't even be spending that on a car. That's the funniest part. I know. And I'm not saying you shouldn't go buy a $5,000 car. We're going to get there. I actually think you should while they still exist. We'll get there. All right, switch gears a little bit. Car insurance. It's the classic. But this has to do with the $50,000 compass altitude. This will make sense.
car insurance is so expensive anyways. Like, what do you mean you're charging me $400 a month for a what if? For a hypothetical? You must be out your goddamn... I don't get it. Health insurance is a whole nother thing, but the car insurance shit I don't get.
Car insurance is crazy, and it's going to continue to get even more crazy. But if you have no car insurance and you total someone's car and you injure the other person, you could literally have $300,000 or $400,000 that you could be owing and having to pay back for the rest of your life over paying the $300 or $400, even though none of us want to pay the $300 or $400, but you have to understand what you're getting and why you're doing it. And the alternative, the $400 is a better option.
Okay. So, yeah, what that guy said is kind of true. But for the most part, the only reason we're paying astronomical prices is because, one, we don't own the car. Right? Because you had to finance it. Not you, but, the person next to you. And two, your car's worth $50,000 that you don't have. You see what I'm saying? So, of course, your insurance is going to be huge. Your car's worth $50,000, according to these people who sold you the car. But if you go get a $7,000 car and you go get some bullshit insurance that's not full coverage, and you go with some odd insurance company like Ocean Harbor, which is what I have, even a classic car insurance, I pay $1,000 a year for a 1997 Cadillac Eldorado in Florida. $1,000 for the year. Now imagine if that was a $100,000 Escalade. Anybody in here? So there is a way around it, but unfortunately, you don't own your car, and it's worth more than your house that you don't own. So that's classic. All right, this one goes, nice cars shouldn't impress people anymore. They really don't. They don't impress me at all. Like the commenter said, 50% of Americans don't even have $1,000 to cover an emergency, but yet they're out here driving a luxury SUV. Holy shit. This one's from Tina Leader, which I think this is all going to come back around. But here's the problem. You're going to have to buy a beater sooner than later. You don't have to, but I think it's smart. She goes, there's a certain kind of freedom driving a beater car and not giving a crap about it. Like the man said, higher end, higher maintenance car. Higher insurance, higher maintenance, car payment. No one could afford it anymore anyways. But here's where we're going somewhere with this. Just pay attention. Get your fucking notebooks out, your pencils, and take notes here, okay? Is this piece of shit playing or not? What the fuck's going on? Sorry for my language.
You average commuter car drivers, you SUV buyers, sedan buyers, get it. Guys buying fucking Civics for 21 grand, you fucking asshole. You can buy an 08 Civic for like 4,100 if you look around. Go buy that. Go buy an 05 Acura TSX for like 5,100.
Okay, so here's the problem with that. I agree with the guy. We're going to look up some cars in a second here. But this one's from 3 of 7 Project. I like this guy. But in this video, I'll leave a link down below. He says, why don't they just make these cars again? They're so simple and reliable. That's the problem. They're simple and reliable. and they can't sell you a new one in 5 years. That's the issue. Not to mention getting parts. No one's making parts anymore. We don't even manufacture cars in America anymore. But they're selling cars like we manufacture them here. That's the funniest part. But let's check this out for a second. This is what I mean why you should probably get a beater now versus later. So here's some Civics. Check this out. We got some decent prices. This one right here, $6,000. I'm in Austin, Texas right now, so I was looking local. But check this out. It's $6,000 for a 2012 Civic with 160,000 miles on it. They're smoking crack. Okay? But here's where I'm going with this. Check this out. All right? We're going to see some really ridiculous stuff on Craigslist here. Here's the problem, right? We're going somewhere with this. Eventually, the more expensive cars keep getting, anybody out there who has a few beaters on hand, like I got a couple of old schools on hand that I got for pretty cheap, eventually those are going to be worth even more money. See what I'm saying? Like, I think it's going to go down for the short term, but eventually I feel like shit's just going to be like used car prices. Like, used cars will be worth so much because no one can afford the new cars, if that makes any sense. And here's another problem with the new cars. This mechanic here, he goes, it's officially happened. Mechanic says he can't work on your car because they've been officially locked out by computer systems. Now, he also says in this video that usually it's not an issue.
Not there.
But the more computer shit we have going on in these cars, one, they could just turn your car off if you don't make the payment. So that's fun. Good luck with that. I'm going to let this guy talk about it too. But two, these computer systems have been put in place since like the late 90s. So it's nothing new. It's just gotten more advanced, and it's going to be harder and harder to fix your own car and more expensive to fix your car. I'll let this guy talk, and then we're going to brainstorm on what we're going to do about it, which is probably nothing.
No, it's not. No dipstick. No transmission dipstick either, but no engine oil dipstick. We've now moved past that. Remember transmission fluid? We had a dipstick. Got rid of that. Now we're getting rid of the engine dipstick because we have sensors. Like BMW engines, we have sensors that tell you how good the oil is, when you need to change it, what's life left in it. They analyze the...
All right, so check this out. More money, more problems, right? You heard what he just said. Like BMWs. Have you ever owned a BMW? They're pieces of shit. No offense. They just are. I've had one. Awful. Expensive as all hell to fix them. And there's so many sensors and computers in there, there's more problems. And guess what? They're more expensive cars. More money, more problems, right? So the more expensive something you get, the more high tech it is, the more bells and whistles, the more problems you're going to have. And the more money it's going to cost to fix it. There's a sensor for everything. You can't even check your own fucking oil anymore without a sensor. Okay, so that's what I mean by these cars are going to get more and more valuable. The simpler the car, the more it's going to be worth, in my opinion. I could be totally wrong. I could be tripping out of my mind. All right, is this thing playing or not? What a piece of shit. Check this out, though. I want you to pay attention to this. This is going to happen more and more right here. All right, where is it at? Not this. Not this Toyota Camry. Get ready for it. Where is it? But look at this piece of shit. $12,000 for this little piece of crap. It's probably super reliable, though. You see what I mean? Like, hold on. This one, though. $2,500 down. Look at this bullshit. Get ready for this. 2016, $2,500 down. Look at this. Check this out. $560 a month after that. So, for 103,000 miles. So basically, this dude is just selling you his car payment. That's where we're at now. Yeah. And he can't, think about that. He doesn't even have the title to this car. But he's going to transfer his loan to you for a fucking Honda. I'm telling you, man, I think the sooner you get, I'd even just have 2 old cars or like an old car on deck with a new car, honestly. Because these older cars, this isn't even that old. I just can't believe this is even happening. But this is a real thing. But I truly believe that now is probably the time. The next year or two is now the time, dude, because these cars are only going to get more expensive. Like $6,500 for a 2007 Honda Civic sounds astronomical, but I wouldn't doubt if this goes, look, for 135,000 miles, a fucking joke. But I wouldn't doubt if that's going to be 10K in the next 2 to 3 years. Like, I don't know. Tell me if I'm bugging out, man. Maybe I'm tripping. Oh, this one was funny. Return of the Beaters sounds like a porn spoof of Star Wars. That was funny. I just had to, say that. But this one goes, a lot of dealers don't want your cash because they make more money selling you a loan. Holy fucking shit. This one goes, cash is king. Well, they're trying to get rid of cash, so off with his head, right? The king is dead. This guy goes, I drive a 1995 Camry, and I love it. It's in good condition, 357,000 miles on it. Now, imagine trying to get 357,000 miles with one of these new cars, with all these sensors and shit. I don't know. I don't even know if that's going to be possible, honestly. And they're all pieces of garbage. So, in conclusion here, you should probably go buy an old car while you can. Early 2000s, 90s. I think if you go back to the 80s, that might be a bit too far. Tell me if I'm tripping, any of you real car guys. I do have a 1985 Cadillac, but you almost got to do a full-blown rebuild on the engine on those things. But I do have a car from the 90s, and my next car, honestly, I'm probably just going to get something from the earlier 2000s, because I feel like that's kind of the last of the Mohicans. I feel like anything past 2010 is just more money, more problems. More bells and whistles, more problems. I could be totally wrong. I'm just a guy on a couch in some chick's house in Texas talking shit on the internet. Hell of a talk, guys. Check out my second channel. I appreciate everybody that's gone over there. We do a little more short talks, a little more rants, not so clip-oriented. Shout out to all my Patreon members and all my fellow beater drivers out there. Beater drivers, that sounds weird. Anybody rocking a hoopty out there, I commend you. You're a smart man or a woman. And you guys leave your predictions. I just think things are going to get worse when it comes to the car prices. Like, I honestly think that they would rather not lower their prices than give us a good deal. American greed, baby. God, solid shit.